Welcome back friends in one more video of lecture series on test of hypothesis, and in this video we will discuss two sample t-test. Two sample t-test are statistical tests used to compare the means of two populations, also known as students t-test. Their results are used to determine if there is a significant difference between the mean of two samples that is unlikely to be due to sampling error or random chance. Student t-tests are further broken down into two categories, paired t-test and unpaired t-test. These statistical tests are commonly used in research in the field of biology, business and psychology. This video will explain when it is appropriate to use a paired t-test versus an unpaired t-test, as well as the hypothesis and assumption of each of these tests. How does the two sample t-test work? The two sample t-test puts the mean difference in relation to the standard error of the mean. It indicates how far the sample mean of the data is likely to be from the true population mean. If the fluctuation from the mean is large, this is an indication that a large difference in the mean values of the two groups is very likely even by chance. On the other hand, larger the mean difference and the smaller the standard error or less fluctuation from the mean indicates difference in the two samples is not by chance. Let's understand with this example where red and yellow lines are the mean value of two groups. Here we will see how far red and yellow means from each other. Are these means significantly different from each other, or in other words, are these means significantly far enough from each other? When data is concentrated near mean value or data sets have low variability, mean can be identified that they are from different populations. On the other hand, in the data sets which have moderately or high variability, difference of mean cannot be used to determine whether these samples are from same population or not. And here t-test help us to determine numerically whether these two means are from same population or from different population. The next step is to derive the hypothesis to be tested from the questions. Hypotheses are assumptions about reality whose validity is possible but not yet proven. Two hypotheses are always formulated that assert exactly the opposite. These two hypotheses are null and alternate hypothesis. For comparing two means, the basic null hypothesis is that the means are equal, or H0 says that mu1 is equal to mu2. Or we can also say there is no mean difference between the two groups in the population, or two population mean are equal, or the two groups are from the same population. For example, there is no difference between the salary of man and woman. Every null hypothesis always comes with alternate hypothesis. And in t-test, there are three possible alternate hypotheses, which says that mean of one population is not equal to mean of other population, or mu1 is not equal to mu2, or this is less than the other, or in other words, mean of one population is less than second population, or it may be vice versa. Out of these three alternate hypotheses, one of them is chosen according to the nature of experiment or study. For example, there is a mean difference between the two groups in the population, or the two population mean are not equal, or the two groups are not from the same population. For example, there is a difference between the salary of men and women. Properties of t-distribution. The t-distribution, like the normal distribution, has a bell-shaped frequency curve which is symmetrical The t-distribution has a property called the degree of freedom and only parameters which determine the shape of curve. The degree of freedom measures the amount of information available in the data that can be used to estimate the population variance. Hence, they measure the reliability of sample variance as an estimate of variance. If the sample size becomes very large, there is no difference between t-distribution and normal distribution. Like a normal curve, the mean of t-distribution is 0. The t-distribution can be used even in large sample, but the large sample theory cannot be used for small samples. T-value range -infinity to +infinity. The t-distribution has a greater spread than normal distribution. The t-distribution becomes closer to the z-distribution with increasing degree of freedom. Now question arises, what kind of test we have to follow? First of all, we should know what we want to do. If our answer is we want to compare two samples mean, the next question we should ask from ourselves that are the two sample sets same or related? If answer is yes, we can go for pair dependent t-test. If answer is no, second question must ask, are the two sample sets of the same size? If answer is yes, we should go for equal variance independent or unpaired t-test. If answer is no, we must ask one more question. Do the two sample sets have the same variance? If answer is yes, we can again go for equal variance independent or unpaired t-test. Or if our answer is no, we can go for unequal variance independent or unpaired t-test. Dependent sample t-test and dependent or paired t-test are probably the most widely used test in statistics for the comparison of mean values between two samples. However, confusion exists with regard to the use of the two test method, resulting in their inappropriate use. In this and upcoming video, we will discuss the difference and similarities between these two t-tests. Difference between unpaired and paired t-test. If we want to compare two different groups, whether they come from one sample or two samples, we have to use an unpaired t-test. And the main difference between the paired and unpaired t-test is the sample. If we have one and the same sample that we want to survey at 2 points in time, we have to use an paired t-test. As discussed above, these two tests should be used for different data structure. Unpaired t-test is used when the data of two samples are statically independent, whereas paired t-test is used when data is in the form of matched pair. There are also some technical difference between them. Like for unpaired t-test, we need to assume that the data from both samples are normally distributed and they have the same variance. Whereas for paired t-test, we only require that the difference of each pair is normally distributed. An important parameter in the t-distribution is the degree of freedom. For two independent samples with equal sample size, degree of freedom will be 2n minus 2, whereas n1 plus n2 minus 2 should be used to find out the degree of freedom for unequal sample size independent t-test. However, if we have n matched pair in case of paired t-test, the actual sample size is n pair, although we may have data from two n different subjects. As discussed above, the paired t-test is in fact one sample t-test, which makes its degree of freedom n-1 only. Dear friends, this was a brief introduction about two sample t-test. In the next videos, we will discuss independent and dependent two samples t-test along with their examples. Till then, like and share this video, subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get notification of this channel. Jai Hind. Bye.